Hey everyone, in this video we'll be reviewing a Tier 9 Italian premium heavy tank Felice. The tank is currently earnable through basic season pass for Warlord season. So you have to spend 2000 gold to get the season pass, but you do end up making more gold in return throughout the challenges as part of the season. So there's no reason not to buy the season pass as long as you know you will be able to finish the season or finish stage 100, as that's where the tank gets unlocked. In addition, you can also unlock the 3D skin as a stage 120 reward. So if you're going to finish the season, just do a little bit extra so you can get the tank as well as the skin for free, because who would want to pay for a skin for a tank that you earned for free? And the tank is technically free. It is an Italian single shot tank. We do have a tech tree version that is auto reloader, and this is also the first tier 9 Italian premium heavy. So let's get started with the setup I'm using. For equipment, I'm using advanced loader, gun stabilizer, advanced optics. For consumable, enhanced repair kit, enhanced med kit, and enhanced rations, using camo paint for additional concealment. For crew, I'm using bond leader, rapid loading, steady aim, snapshot, run and gun, sixth sense, situational awareness, armor angling, and track mechanic. So going for the accuracy, BPM, and survivability crew perks, as well as the equipment. Looking at the module rears, the tank has engine and fuel tank at the back, so make sure not to expose your rear. The ammo rack is in the back of the turret as well as the middle of the hull. It does have a 127mm gun, so you can overmatch any tank with 40mm of armor plate, probably 42 as well. You have 3 crew members in the turret and a driver sitting in the hull. The tank has workable armor against lower tiers, tier 8s and tier 7s. It can somewhat hold against tier 9 if they're not firing premium, but against tier 10, it is not a heavy tank, played more like a medium. And that's what this shell allows, because you have standard as APCR, so good at sniping as well as support role. So looking at the armor panel, you have 290 gun mantlet with slide angle. So tank shooting premium at tier 10, 330, 340 will be able to go through it easily, and the mantlet is pretty big. And the cheeks are 220. Again, the heat rounds will go through the cheeks as well. You might get lucky if they bounce here and there, but just don't try to test your armor against tier 10. Then we have upper hull 150mm. You can't really side scrape because the shoulders would get penned if you try to side scrape, as the tank does have some side armor, but then you have to keep in mind about these shoulders. The lower plate is 80mm. The side is 70 on the turret as well as side hull armor. You have another 50mm plate up top. Rear is 40mm. And your rear hull is 30mm, so you will get penned by T249, so you have to be careful. The roof is also 30, which means you can pen the roof of this tank or overmatch the roof of this tank while playing the same tank. You have to be careful with the roof as well, as most tier 9s, they do have a 120mm gun, so roof is pretty exposed. You will get overmatched if you end up slightly exposing it, or sometimes they try to go for your hatch, but they end up hitting the roof and you will get penned. It doesn't have the greatest armor, as I was saying, mainly because the thickness is just not enough against tier 10, and it makes sense as well, as it is a tier 9. It's not supposed to stand against tier 10, so you could be more aggressive in your same tier or top tier, but be passive when you are bottom tier or mid tier. Looking at the stats, so the tank is heavium. It has a forward speed of 45, reverse 15, horsepower of 900, power to weight 15, fire chance of 12%. Hit points 1850, slightly less for a heavy tank, but as you see, the mobility is slightly better for a heavy tank. 30 degrees hull rotation, concealment of 416, view range 512. This is after my crew and equipment, so base values are lower. Gun depression of 8 degrees, gun elevation 20, reload of 9.9 seconds, 0.34 accuracy, 2.3 second aim time, and 2.16 accuracy during rotation. Standard is APCR. Premium's heat and third shell is HE, does carry 40 shells. It has solid DPM 2885, very respectable for a tier 9 heavy with 480 alpha. There are tanks with higher DPM or heavy tanks, but they have less alpha. So overall, if you look at the alpha as well as the DPM, pretty solid DPM, no complaints about it. Standard shell 256 for APCR, which helps this tank to play as a sniper effectively as well when you're against tier 10s. Heat pen 310, you have to make sure you aim your shots as the shell velocity is slow, as well as 310, not the greatest, especially against super heavies, but you can still pen them when you hit their weak spots. Alpha of 480 for standard and premium, and 600 for HE, module damage 180 for every shell. Ammo speed 1215 meter per second for standard, and 850 meter per second for heat as well as HE. And for premium bonus, there is no silver earn rate because tier 9 usually don't get silver earn rate unless it's a black tank. Same applies to tier 10 as well. All they get is a premium vehicle earn rate of 5%, commander XP earn rate of default as tier 9s, and then free XP earn rate of 5%. So essentially, your vehicle earn rate is what you get in addition to what tech tree tanks get. So basically, no premium bonus. The only tier 9 that have premium bonuses is the TL7 Black. So overall, I like this tank. It is a solid tank. So let's see how this tank actually performs in the battlefield and see if the tank is balanced or broken. We are in Lakeville. It's a top tier game, and also there are a lot of tier 8s, not many tier 9s. The tank do have 8 degrees of gun depression, but this tank is tall, so you have to be careful while peeking, as you'll accidentally end up exposing your lower plate because it's big, similar to tanks like BZ75, and also because the tank only has 8 degrees of gun depression, which is not enough in most situations to make this tank work. So tanks like QL that only have 7 degrees of gun depression, they're lower to the ground, and you don't expose your hull and work much better compared to Felice, where you have to be extremely careful, as the tall tank in combination with gun depression leads to easier shots on your lower plate, as a lot of the ridges need 10 degrees of gun depression, if not more, to effectively play it. So you have to find a ridge that suits your tank well, make sure your lower plate is hidden, and only peek while the enemy has fired, so you are shooting at targets that are loading and can't really shoot you back. Because as I said, even the tier 9s that are shooting premium will go through your mantelet, and some tier 8s, tank destroyers, as well as some heavy tanks can also go through your turret cheeks. So tier 9 AMX spotted a nice shot into his hatch. There's a king tiger just casually chilling at the back. He needed some sauce and a nice pen. He's underestimating Felice, or maybe he's just starstruck that there's a new tank, a new kid around the block. Nonetheless though, another pen, 1500 damage. And as mentioned earlier, the combination of alpha and DPM is nice. 480 alpha, you will win trades against most tier 8s, medium and heavies, sorry, tier 9s. And a lot of tier 10s, they don't have more than 420 alpha, unless of course, you know, it's a big gun, and you still get the benefit of 127 mm of gun caliber. So not really overpeaking too much, going for the hatch shots, because as I said earlier, the lower plate is big and essentially has no armor. Even tier 7 standard will go through the lower plate, so keep it hidden. Do not let anyone see your lower plate. Didn't pen AMX. One good thing about the tank is, well, at least good for me, is because the tank standard is APCR, which is faster, and premium is heat, which is slow. So I am using standard for the most part because of better shell velocity, and it is APCR, and as a result I do end up making relatively more silver compared to a tank where I can fire premium as APCR. So for example, tanks like Spirit of War or Conqueror, I end up losing more money because I'm always firing premium as the premium shells APCR, and why not? But for this tank, since there's no other option, you have to make your standard shells work, and they're solid, you know, solid shell velocity. The gun sound I'm not really a fan of. It feels like a medium tank gun, like a Progetto 65 or Standard B. And if I'm not wrong, this tank is actually a medium on PC, but on console we got it as a heavy tank with certain stat changes. I do feel this tank would have been stronger, pursues the playstyle of a medium tank And if we had it as a medium, we could use Camonet as well, so it would do a good job as a sniper or a support tank. Nonetheless, still pretty solid, as we still get some improvements when they change the class, like the better accuracy as well as better DPM. Not really complaining. Overall, tank is solid. It's balanced, not broken at all. And once season is about to end, you will see more of these in the game, but they're not dangerous to face against, as all you need is just hit their roof if you can, or actually hit anywhere as long as you have premium shells loaded, and you'll pen it easily. The gun handling is also nice because of all the accuracy perks I have equipped. 4300 damage so far. Artillery gets spotted. Going with this angle to spot artillery, and as you can see, I wasn't able to get the gun depression. Missed my shot as well. A greedy peek. If they had a TD over there, I would have died. And lucky for me, the AMX didn't shoot me either. Now kind of struggling to go back, get in cover. Another thing, we finally have team HP bar, where you can see the percentage as well as the bar of who's winning in terms of hit points. And it gives you an idea when to push or not to push, because sometimes you might be up on HP or up on tanks but low on HP, and you might end up making aggressive pushes and your team dies, and now that won't happen. So 5000 damage and a nice turret shot into the E50M. He goes down. Our team is pushing for some reason, which I don't understand. They could have just hold on the backside, but took that opportunity to push with them and penned MXM4, the last remaining tier 9. T32 is sniping at the back. Artillery is forward for some reason. It should be the opposite, but well, we have seen stranger thing happens in this game. T32 slightly peeking, reverse side scraping here, using the rock to block his shot, and he was slow, I was quick, and managed to pen him. Artillery pushing forward now, going for another shot into T30. Both of us bounced, so not bad. Over on this side, Pantera is one shot, and a medium Brask full health is just running. Not sure what his plan is. Maybe he wants to kill someone? He should have just stayed there and it would have been fine, and seems like he was on reload as well. And I managed to pen, and my teammates also penned. He'll go down. T32 got outside of his cover, so our team is pushing. We'll be able to take him out easily. Turned around for their last tank, Sturm Tiger. He's healthy as well. My last standard shell. 467 roll, slight low roll. Now switching to heat. Hoping that he won't shoot it, but even if he does, I'll take the shot, as it's unlikely he'll ammo rack me. I mean, he can. They do have high module damage, but I was hopeful that he won't. Another shot to finish the game and bringing my total to 7300 damage, 1000 blocked, 5 kills, as well as an ace tanker. So do let me know in comments, what do you think about this tank? Do you like how the tank plays? Are you planning to buy the season and grind the tank? And again, no reason not to. Do stage 100, do stage 120, get the skin for free as well. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't checked it already, we have a community clan and Discord, link in description. I'll catch you in the next one.